Hello, anyone and everyone who's there. Um, I'm back. I disappeared for a while. I was in the void. And with my return also comes the Wild West. So today might be a bit of a shorter stream. We don't have the full party like last time.
We didn't have full
We're
party
still
last time. It was
focusing.
just me and Jared last time.
Yeah, just like last time we didn't have the full we don't have the full party. And we're still focusing on some of Silverback's stuff. So from last session, Silverback, under disguise, uh, met with his father after a very long time separated, and even unexpectedly found his mother in the same place, however, in very different circumstances. After being very confused and um not really knowing what he can do, as well as revealing who he was from his disguise to both of his parents, Silverback had ran and broken down crying in an alleyway. And well, we're still there.
Okay. I guess we should probably start where he stops crying. Because it would be some time for that. I want to, as my first order of business, because I would sit there for a minute and think out a plan. I want to try to go to the old safe house that I used to use when I lived here.
Okay, before you do that, I'm going to need two different rolls: a wisdom save and a flat d20.
A wisdom save.
Yes.
I don't like that. Is it for question? Is it for is it for a scrying spell?
No comment.
Because if it is, I have protection against that.
No comment.
I rolled a 20 dirty.
Okay. And what about that flat roll?
The second one, the flat one, natural 20.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
This
Okay.
I can't roll this dice anymore. There's too much luck in it. I don't want to waste
Okay.
it.
All right. Okay. Cool. Interesting. All right. Let's see here.
That was a holy shit. I've never rolled that good in the beginning.
Oh. Okay. Two. Okay. So you find that basement, do you?
Huh?
So you're looking for that hideout, right? You're going for
Yes.
the hideout.
I want to see what
Okay.
has become of it.
So you know the where, like it should be. It's just ever since the revamp of this place, it's not as familiar as it was to you. So even though you have the location, you find that you're actually standing in front of the blacksmith's guild instead of what should just be like a ale house.
Huh. I want to. Before I would have left the alleyway, I wanted to disguise myself to look like the townsfolk. I think you said it was a lot of half orcs and stuff in the town.
Yeah, the blacksmith's guild is majority half orc from
Yeah,
what
so
you've
I would
seen riding into town.
I would disguise myself as a half orc to assimilate,
Half ogre,
or
sorry.
half ogre.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do that size. How big are they?
Oh, half ogres are a medium humanoid. It's normal ogres that are large.
Okay, then yes, I will make myself. I will assimilate with them. Is the
Yeah.
plan? I will become one of them to be able to blend in.
All right. You walk through the uh like swinging open wooden double doors of the front of this guild to a large open area. You see that in this blacksmith's guild, like after the initial like foyer area, it's a lot of open concept in this place, but after the initial like mudroom kind of area, you just look into the rest of the building and see a very large forge, multiple different flaming bellows, anvils and tables of metalworking tools strewn across this almost warehouse like structure. However, there's second story catwalks, all coming together to create its own pseudo floor. Um, and like it's not difficult to see that like into the back there seems to be probably a stairwell downstairs, probably to a storage of some kind.
And if I'm remembering correct, this warehouse was the safe house, or was it underneath the warehouse?
Well, it was basement.
It was the basement.
Yeah.
I want to, as nonchalantly as possible, without drawing any attention, try to get to that basement.
Okay.
I don't know what I need to roll for that.
What's your dex mod?
My regular one is a +5. My saving throw is 10.
Okay, and what's your charisma mod?
My charisma mod's a +1,
Hmm.
but I do have a feat that gives me benefits for trying to act like someone else.
All right. So as you're and you're trying to get to that stairwell in the back.
Yes.
Okay. So, you're just trying to be uh kind of low key. You're just walking towards the back, and one of the people working at an anvil, one of these half ogres working an anvil, like seems to be tamping out some small stuff out on a band of metal, and instead of putting it back to the flame as it cools down, he sees you and just kind of puts his work to the side, walks over. It's like, I don't think I've seen you before. Hey, bud, you here to buy anything?
I was here just to. I need to take a look down in the basement. I seem to have
Well,
misplaced something, and that was one of the places I was earlier.
oh, well, I'm sorry, mate, but basement's only for workers. It's dangerous down there. It's like, a crate could fall on someone's head or something like that. It's just safety precautions. So if you need something, we can fetch it for you. It's just, well, we can't really just let you wander down there.
Are you saying just like an escort down there? Because I just wanted. I
Oh,
just need to go down there to take a look. It wouldn't be long.
well, look, what are you looking for, really? Because it'd be best if we send someone down there to fetch it for you. We can't we really can't let someone just off the street go down there.
Hmm. The issue is, the thing I'm looking for, if it's a personal item that doesn't react well with those who aren't attuned to it. If that makes sense.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate, but if it's magical of some kind, you're probably not looking in the right place. We don't, not a lot of magic around these parts. We just work with metal. That's why it's not too safe down there. It's packed full of a lot of stuff like scrap metal, and we don't want no one getting hurt.
Hmm. Not even just for a quick look.
I'm sorry, bud. It's just safety precaution. Look, really. I mean, like, I'd just go down there with you, but like a couple months ago, we had a bit of a safety concern, and we had to pay out some stuff. So we gotta be on top of this kind of stuff now. You know.
Hmm.
Uh,
What about? And I'm going to reach into the bag of holding. Let me double check that I have this. That I haven't gotten rid of them. I'm going to flash the gold bar for a moment.
well, come on, mate. Yeah, look. Everyone here's seen you, It's like it's not like I'm the only one here who has eyes, right? It's just really, it's just a thing about personal responsibility and all that. I was the only one who could come talk to you, like really, bud. It's just Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's just how it's gotta be. You know, we don't want anyone getting hit. We don't want to see that again. There's no doctor in town no more. He left a while ago. Like, we really can't let someone get hurt down there, you know? Like, even if they pay, you know, it's like you want a good sword? I mean, I can bang out a good sword. Or Ivan back there, he can make a really good hammer, like a war hammer. It's like he's real good at that kind of stuff. Like we, if you want to buy something, of course you can buy something, but
I have a quick question to DM. You said the ring of invisibility I have, I can instantly attune to it if I'm not attuned, right?
no, it's unattuned.
I can instantly unattune. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. I want to get down there just to see what's down there, but. Hmm. All right. If that's how it has to be, I'm just gonna turn to the door and just make my way out.
I'm real sorry, but I mean, you ever need to get something fixed up? I mean, we always like working with tools. You can come back, man. Oh, I'm real sorry.
I don't respond. I just keep walking.
Uh,
And upon
it's like,
turning the corner, once I'm out the door, I'm changing my appearance to that of a human. And I'm just going to keep going down the street. I'm going to head back to the tavern to talk to Aloran,
all right.
because I need to speak with him. Actually,
Yeah, yeah.
no, before I do that, I want to go see the old uh, the old guild hall for the Thieves Guild. I want to see what's become of that first, actually.
Okay. So the thieves, because the thieves guild, like especially with the thieves guild, it's usually not going to be the easiest thing to find, but you definitely know where it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And where it should be is like within the facade of a general store. You know, it's how it was set up. You go to the general store, you go through, you say the code word to the cashier, you go in the back room, take the stairs, basement, then it's a labyrinth down there.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that while it's not the same store, there is still a general store where it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And the cashier's not the same guy, but they I mean they don't really pay you much mind as you head inside. And you even see like the door to the back is where it should be.
Would there have been a backdoor entrance to get in?
You know that there was an exit, except the it was an emergency exit. It was a bug out area. It actually opened up into the dead wilds. So this emergency exit was actually like made from a leftover tunnel of a great worm, well, a purple worm. So it's actually a couple of miles out of town and
Okay.
into the forests.
All right. I'm going to try to slip into the back. If he's not paying me any attention, I will try to be sneaky.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you right now that means like getting pretty close behind this guy. So you have a good stealth mod. So it's not like it's impossible. It's just it might be harder than usual.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah. Which dice should I use? I have a bunch of them. This one looks promising. Oh, baby, give me a triple. 29?
Okay, give me 1 second. Hmm. Trying to find what information I'd use for this because it's not exactly like there. Okay, yeah. I could use it like that. You said a 29?
Yes.
Okay. So you You like it's not that much space behind him. You almost bump into him, but you manage to slip by him without causing enough noise to really get his attention. And you're able to get through the door. It's not locked. It's actually not even latched. It's a door you can just push open and it swings back close. And in this back room, you see that it's mostly a storeroom. However, you do see there is still a stairwell downwards.
I am heading down that stairwell as
All
quietly
right.
as possible.
That stairwell and this door is familiar to you. It's a very large, heavy metal door with an extremely like what's the word I'm looking for? With a exaggerated lock in the middle of the door. And you remember this door very well because every single time your dad would teach you would have you practice your lockpicking skills, it was this door. And
Yep.
every single time you had to get in here, you had to pick this door because the best key was no key at all.
And I will pick the door. That's how it must be. I will pick said lock, and that is a 35.
Yeah. It's a very difficult lock. It was built specifically to be difficult, but you're able to get it.
My mastery in lockpicking has finally come to use. The
It
entire campaign, I
resets
haven't been able to use it.
the
Sorry.
style of lock this is even as you're clicking through tumblers, it is resetting previous tumblers without the correct amount of pressure, and even with that, you easily get through this lock.
As I open the door, I'm just quietly whisper to myself, I still got it.
You open up to a very musty smelling hallway. You know, this hallway leads down to a little common room where, like, usually some people are just playing cards, speaking. It's very much just a gathering area, large table, everything else. And then from that room, it splits off to all these different areas.
Mm-hmm.
So what's yeah.
I'm going to where I lived within the guild.
Okay. So, following the maze like corridors of this place, you see just like layers of dust on any flat surface. Most of the candles and lanterns and torches strewn about the place are out. So, you have to use your own lantern.
Or dark
Um,
vision. I can see in the
well,
dark.
yeah, or that. And then you finally find the room that you stayed in. It's cold, it's musty, even though you can it's so staggeringly dark in here that even your dark vision is struggling to allow you clear sight in here.
I'll pull out the magical lantern then. If it's a difficult thing, I'll pull out that magical lantern that doesn't go out, and I will use it to get a better look.
As you look around, it's been left it's been left almost as if almost the same as the last time you left here. Mostly barren, a cot, an open chest, the one that you emptied into your backpack and disappeared with. And nothing, and other than a small table and a chair, the shelf, not much. Dust covers the shelves and tables and bed. Even the bottom of this still open chest at the foot of the cot is caked in dust.
From here, I want to head to the chambers that my parents lived in and just see if there's anything in there too. I knew my room wasn't going to have anything, but I want to see if there's anything left in theirs.
All right. Going over there, you see, because you know that the place that your father stayed was, you were never really allowed into a very specific room that your mother kept. It was just, she always said, it's it's just for my project. It's just for my work. It's nothing that you need to worry about. Just normal shit. Like everyone has their own crap they need to deal with.
It's the craft cave. The craft cave.
Yeah. Like your parents' room,
Yeah.
very much the same. The only difference is it definitely looks like it's been cleared out. Not fully ransacked, but it's the obvious signs of someone had cleaned this out to bug out, to get out of here.
And it was her, I bet. Okay. I want to do a quick sweep of like most of the places I'm most familiar with and see if there's anything. The main thing I'm looking for is extra lockpicks, and then anything that might be useful that I could possibly find. Maybe extra things of rope, things of that nature.
Investigation check.
Oh boy. Oh wait, I'm actually okay with this one.
What?
Investigation. That's cocked. Let me try again. Somehow I landed on the corner of my dice tray. Ugh. 14. Not the roll I wanted.
Searching through your parents' room. You're pressing your hand against the walls because you know your dad was very good at creating hidey holes, very good at keeping emergency stashes of stuff hidden in hollowed out bricks and things of that nature. He always said that, like, don't shit where you eat, so he always said there was nothing to look for in the guild, but maybe he had something in case of an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
You press against the wall, checking to see if this one brick that looks just a bit odd is actually something you can pull out. And instead of it coming outwards, when you get your fingers around it just a little bit, it pushes deeper into the wall, and a section of the wall pops open with a very soft, muted click.
I'm going to investigate the new door.
The door swings open, almost completely silent. And in this, you see through the doorway into this room a very, very different from the architecture of the Thieves Guild. There's actually the place already has its own light sources, being glowing crystals set up at the corners of the room, creating a dim but uniform light throughout. You see there's a bench to the side of the room with alchemical kits. In the center of the room is some kind of some kind of a crucible. There we go. Some kind of raised crucible with its own kind of stone stone pillar in order to keep it suspended kind of chest height in the air.
Yeah.
And other than a chest and a bookshelf lining one of the walls, there's nothing else you see, especially from the doorway.
Well, I'm going to look through the chest and the bookshelf then, just see what there is.
Opening up the chest, you see like there's lining the bottom of the chest, tufts of hair rolled up in twine. Actually not hair, tufts of fur rolled up in twine. Vials of something, vials of small yellowish rocks, as well as like very thin vials of this, and what's the word I'm looking for? Petrified? No, dehydrated. Yeah, that's the right word. And the dehydrated remains of what's probably a coyote, most likely.
I'm going to take the vials. How many of them are there?
There's only 2.
So vials of yellow rocks.
Let me see. Yeah. So it's not exactly the easiest to see, as it's not clearly marked down, but you see scratched into the glass of these vials, You just see both of them are scratched, like scratched into the side of these vials. Specimen 1.
Okay. There's some fuck shit going on with my parents that I didn't know about. All right. Not messing with the coyote, the dead coyote. And there's tufts of fur, you said. Does it look like it would
Yes.
have been from my parents or me?
It is the same fur color as your father. However, your mother has a very similar coat.
How many of them are there in the chest?
There's about like 4 different bundles. They're all about the size of a fist.
I'm gonna take those actually.
Mhm.
I do want to see if I can identify the scent off of one of them to see if it does match to what I remember.
Perception check with disadvantage.
But I get advantage on smell, so it's just a regular perception check?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. 26. Thank God for high perception.
These are old. They've been in here for a long time. The dust itself is already getting in your way as you try to do something like this. This could have been your father's. That's the best guess you have.
Nah, that's good enough for me. That was as much of an answer as I expected. Yeah, I'm putting those in my bag, in the bag of holding as well. Um, and then I want to check the bookshelf to see if there's anything on it.
The bookshelf is lined with mostly like pre-written works, alchemical digest, transmutators Bible, things of that nature. A lot of mage craft books, things you would find at a different estate that you're all too familiar with. However,
Do I
some
recognize
of
these
the
books as the ones from the estate? Because I'm pretty sure I probably would have stolen a book of two or two like this for.
while not from said estate, you recognize these titles as ones found from that estate.
I want to pull a couple of the books off and look to see if there's any writing in them other than what's normally in there. Like someone else took notes.
You see in most of the books are about like transmutation magic, evocation magic, things of that nature. You see in a very specific transmutation book about the transmutation of personal subjects. So, well, more specifically, transmutation of oneself. You see a lot of scrawling of almost like uh phenotype characteristics of like what of circling certain sentences of how to do like what reactions to expect for certain actions, things of that nature. And you see a lot of the notes are mentioning canids a lot. A lot of the notes are mentioning of canid body types, canid hair, wolf-like features, trying to find stuff for that kind of transmutations. And in the books of some of these books like you don't recognize as like a generalized magic school, but are more in the idea of like transmutation, but also like more in line of pure creation, even not summoning, with a lot of stuff about primordial oozes. One of these books you see is it speaks on some uh very dark things, including the dissection of animals to utilize their organs for growing other creatures for. Uh and you see a lot of notes within books of this nature. And
Do
then you find journals.
Oh boy, more journals. All right. I'm gonna look in one of the journals.
Okay. History check. Yeah. Well, I'll say history.
History, not my strong suit.
It's an easy
One of my
roll.
stronger suits? 12. I'm not rolling great. Anything that seems to be intelligence and wisdom, I'm rolling like shit for right now.
This is your mother's handwriting. This seems to be some kind of scientific journal. Opening it up to a random page, the first thing you see is I've retrieved the specimen from subject 1. I've dehydrated it. Yeah, like I've dehydrated it and kept it in a stasis so that it will still be useful. The product, well, the product taken from the coyote has been placed into the crucible. Everything is ready. Subject 1 will be too busy leading the guild to notice the difference as long as I keep up appearances. And then just scrawled very quickly at the bottom, who would be happy to burr the dog?
I have a new target. Fuck. I am taking all of the journals. How many journals are there? Is it just the
There's
one?
4 journals. There's 4.
I'm taking all four of the journals because I assume they're all by her. She's no longer mom. I now understand. This wasn't my dad's work. This was hers. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking the journals. A little bit heated at the moment. I am going to, take the journals. And I'm going to go out of this room. And I would like to, I guess, any place that I would know that would be like storage for equipment and stuff within the guild. I want to go there and just see if there's any supplies I can snag.
Roll me a flat d20.
Specifically looking for, that's a 12. Specifically looking to see if there's any lockpicks, that like extra lockpicks I can snag.
Looking to where the supply closet is, you see that most everything has been cleared out of it. You see that there's like a few swords left behind, crossbow, full-sized and hand crossbow, some bolts, but no other gear.
That's what I was afraid of. Because I need a second pair. At least one more pair of lockpicks. Okay, I guess now I will make my way out of the guild and try to get back to the tavern.
All right. It's not difficult to get back to the tavern. You were down there for a few hours. You've been down there for a few
Yeah,
hours.
I assumed I would be.
And like coming back, it's actually dark out finally. I mean, you spent a lot of the day with other things happening, so it wasn't exactly early morning when you went down there. So
Yeah.
it's pretty dark right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the tavern because I need to fetch Lauren.
Well, the tavern is very quiet at this time of night. it's there's not a lot happening right now. Oh, you're able to find a Lauren sitting
Close.
at a corner table, almost shrouded in shadow. He seems to be just staring in some direction. Can't really tell which,
As
but
he
he's there.
does. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm gonna go over to him and take a seat next to him and be like, I need your help.
I slowly turn my head to face him.
I had a feeling he was gonna do that. I need your assistance with a little endeavor that I need to perform, and I need a way out. And I know you can teleport.
Okay.
And I'll tell him the plan. The plan, we are going to go to the, I guess what is now the town hall, since things have changed so much. I need you to be able to see the window, and I will show you when we get there, of a certain room. And I need you to be able to, when I give a signal, generally me looking in distress, you to teleport up there, get a hold of me, and bring me as far away from that place as possible.
Define distress. You've looked a lot of different distress.
You're not wrong. Distressed as in I will be looking in your direction and be pleading for you to get me. That distressed, if that makes sense.
Yes, a lot of sense.
Good. We should probably start moving now. I'm going to kind of pat him on the shoulder as I get up and be like, I'm glad you made it this far with us. And then just lead him out of the tavern. And I am going to take him to the side of the town hall of which I used to sneak into and show him the balcony to the room of which I'm trying to get to. And I'm going to do what I used to do to try to get there.
Okay. Jared, can you roll me a wisdom save?
13.
Okay.
Maybe it had nothing to do with scrying. Maybe it was something else.
And Tyler, you're trying to just get into that.
Yeah, I'm doing what I used to do, where I used to hop the fence, go in, climb one of the walls, get on the balcony.
Okay, good. Hey, so let's see here. Yeah, it's not difficult to hop the fence and go over. I am gonna need an like acrobatics, or actually, how are you gonna scale the wall? Because you said balcony, so obviously you're going directly to that room.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you getting up there?
Is there any vegetation or anything that I would have used to climb up? Or would it have just been claws on brick?
Back then it probably actually would have been a grappling hook.
Which I don't have one of those anymore. Wait, I can jump 30 feet. I forgot. I have a 30-foot vertical.
I mean, that'll definitely help, but this isn't exactly a 30-foot jump. Yeah.
I have a 12-foot rowboat as well. Can this help me at this step? I guess I would just jump as high as I could. If there's like other balconies to get onto or other ledges to try to jump to, I would try to jump ledge to ledge as much as I could.
You can like with that initial jump, you can probably get to a windowsill, but then it'll just be pure climbing from there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So,
that sounds good.
With that jump, I'll say 2 athletic checks, 1 for the catch, the next for the climb.
25 and 24. I rolled a 15 and a 14,
good.
and I have a 10 in athletics, so...
Those are both A-okay.
Awesome.
So you're able to get up to the to the balcony, 7, and like there's no lights on. The door is it's not like left open. However, you know for a fact just because of how high up it is, it's probably not locked. The
Hmm.
curtains are pulled in, there's no lights on. You don't really hear anything.
I'm going to give Lauren the OK symbol, as in just keep watch, and I'll let you know when I need you. And I'm going to go tap on the glass very lightly of the door,
Okay.
hoping
Okay.
that she got my letter.
All right. Yeah. Let's see here. Hmm. So how long are you gonna wait there?
I'm going to give it like 2 minutes, and then I will try to crack the door and see if I can peek in.
Okay. Well, you're able to 6. So you're able to like open the door all right. It's not like you don't have any problem with that. Um like what are you gonna do with the curtains? Are you just gonna open them up, or are you gonna try to peek through
It's going to
them?
be like the slightest peek ever, like not being enough to be able to like tell it's being peeked through, but enough that I can see.
All right. Looking through, you see the dark insides of well, that room, this bedroom that you're familiar with. You don't see anyone in here.
I don't like this. Does anything seem off in the room? Because I'm having a lot of suspicions right now of what's going on.
It how's a good way to explain this? It feels it feels extremely dead doesn't feel like the right word. It just feels almost abandoned. It feels very empty, devoid.
I don't
Yeah,
like
that might
that.
be a better word.
Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna slowly not go into the room, but gain more like visibility within the room to see if I can notice anything in particular in the room. Like if there's, in fact, there is someone in here and they're just really quiet in a corner or something. I'm also probably going to be relying on smell and hearing to be able to tell if someone's in here while I'm doing this.
Bringing your head inside, like trying to see what's happening. You're really not seeing a lot. I mean, like, other than, like I said, the room, the layout of the room, the bookshelves in one corner, the bed with the uh I don't fucking what the duvet? Yeah, that's probably a fucking word for it. A duvet set neatly. There's really nothing. There's nothing out of the ordinary other than how empty it
The
is.
lack of people.
Yeah.
I don't like this because I want to go in, but at the same time, I feel like it's a trap. It really feels like a trap. All right. I'm going to close the door because I don't trust this. And I'm going to scale back down the building.
Okay, you're gonna head back down. 5.
Yes.
I'm going to need an athletics check.
19. Not as good as the other two, but
Okay.
modifier helps.
Yeah, no, that'll get you down. It's a lot easier than going up.
As I've heard.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go back to Lauren and just say there's a slight change of plans, and I'm going to change my disguise to look like one of the half ogres that live in the town. I'm going to be like, I need you to stay just far enough you can see the entrance of this place and be able to see in if I leave the door open. I have someone I'm trying to get out, and I'm going to do it now instead of later.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to take him to where I want him to position himself, and I'm going to head back to the front of this town hall to see if it is open.
All right. Let me check this book real quick. So going over to the front door, these large double doors. You're just checking to see if it's locked.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see any like locking mechanism on the door. However, when you try it, it is solidly kept in place.
Is there any windows I can see into the front with?
Yeah. Give me a perception check. Yeah.
Okay. Not great. 18 though. I rolled shittily, but my perception's awesome.
4. Okay, so when you're looking through these windows, you see you see a dining room, you see what's probably some kind of study. Very very quiet. It's very close to the dead of night now.
I don't like that you're counting
No,
down. I
not
just
many
caught that.
lights on. Um, do you try any of the windows?
No, and I'm not saying this because I hear you counting down and I don't like it. Um, his plan was to be quick and quiet. He doesn't want to get in there and cause a commotion. His plan
Right.
has already failed. So he's gonna go back to Orion, or not Orion, Lauren, and say, "We're gonna have to try something tomorrow. Today is not working out as I was hoping it would."
Okay. 3. So what are you guys gonna do after this?
I don't like the counting down. We should go back to the tavern, and I am going to. Once in a room, I am locking the door. I am setting up an escape route if I need to. And I'm actually going to have Lauren in the room with me to keep watch.
Uh-huh.
I'm paranoid right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Are you calling it Are you calling the day there? Long rest, anything of that nature?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Okay, that's all right. Um, go ahead and roll me an intelligence save.
Oh, good. I'm good at these though. That's a 19.
All right. So your night passes by just fine. I mean, other than whatever difficulties Silverback might find from himself. uh it's not a hard night to sleep during. Everything passes by. The sun rises and shines through your window, one. And there's it's less of a commotion. It's just because of your hearing. You can almost hear the raised conversations within the tavern. I mean, it's so early in the morning. People really shouldn't be there to begin with. But no, there's a lot of conversation happening at the first floor of the tavern all of a sudden.
I want to listen in without leaving the room as best I can.
It's you can't catch a lot of stuff, but you hear go ahead and give me a perception check, and obviously advantage due to hearing.
27.
You can't catch everything, but you get some keywords, including crying child, something about nuns, and
Oh fuck! I've sparked religion.
staying inside. Something about staying inside. Something about word traveling fast. About something about them coming. Something about someone coming to town. Something about them zero. Something about them already being here.
Fuck. I have triggered fuck. I'm gonna turn to Aloran and say, we need to get out of here now, and we need to act on my plan quickly before shit hits the fan. And I'm gonna open the window and check the alleyway to see if it's clear for me to try to get out.
Okay. Do you only check the alleyway, or do you look out far enough to like where you can see the street?
Like, I'm checking everything. I am making sure
Okay.
the alley's first, and then I'm also checking around to make sure that nothing else is nearby.
Looking out, go ahead and give me another perception check.
Oh
And you
boy.
can have advantage with this.
30.
Okay.
Advantage gave me 30. I would have had a 24.
You see a very tight-knit group of people walking past the alleyway in the main street. They are all dressed in like nun garb, like think Catholic Church nun garb. You don't see their faces, you don't see their hands, from this angle. This tavern is very close to the beginning of town on the main road, so this is a very good place for travelers. It's also a very good way to see anyone who comes into town. Go ahead, history check. No, just a straight history check.
That's an 11. That's kind of shit.
You recall that somewhere in the land there is a religious sect called the Church of the Crying Child.
Great.
There's supposed to be something about them showing up when the impossible happens. So you can't really think of anything else. There's not really anything else that comes to mind. But there's only one, there, most of the religions around here have very obvious choices of garb, and this is theirs. But you're not really able to bring too much of that information back to your head. Maybe you could speak to Aloran about it, maybe you could speak to someone else, but you're just not recalling a lot right now.
Do I want to waste time and get info, or do I want to just book it and hope for the best? Fuck it, we're getting in the alleyway. I'm taking Lauren with me into the alleyway, and we are going to rush to town hall as fast as we can and as stealthily as possible.
Okay, to do so, the fastest way there is the main street, and the town hall is at the end of the main street.
Does
The
the alleyway
sisters are
get...
heading in the same direction you are.
They're going to the town hall. Shit. This is complicating things. Okay. I'm going to drag him through the alleyways. If we can try to go faster than them, I want to go through the alleyways and I want to rush to the town hall and try to get in there before the nuns.
Okay. So you want to try to beat the shortest route with the scenic route that is going to be that's going to be a raw intelligence check for navigating these alleyways. This is more of a town than a city. However, there are some alleyways.
Yes!
And then I'm also going to need an athletics check because you are dragging along the Tin Man and
Yes.
trying to get there as fast as possible.
19 for the intelligence. I finally rolled good for an intelligence. A natural 20 for the athletics, which is a 30.
Okay.
My rolls are coming in clutch.
Like, you are struggling, and even with luck being on your side, when you peek your head out the alleyway so close to the town hall, you see that the only real way to get into the front door of the town hall with these sisters' yards down the road is you still have to get to the main gate directly in front of the sisters and go down the parkway. Well, not the parkway, but the paved path through the front lawn. So unless you like try to pull to the back of the building or something, they'll see you. However, you won't be in their way.
I'm turning to a Lauren and just pointing at the door and be like, teleport us in there.
I will make it clear, like, the door is closed.
I'm telling he has dimension door. He could go past it. That's what I'm telling him to do. Get us in there.
All right.
I teleport in there.
Okay. Teleporting in. Silverback, you see your father sitting where he was last time.
I'm disguised as a half.
Yeah.
Whatever.
New clothes. He very quickly gets up at this. Dimension Door, at least in my envisioning of it, is a very violent, visually and auditorially, a very violent spell that is cast. So with the collapsing of the air around you as you walk out of this Dimension Door, the two of you are inside the town hall.
Is there anyone else in the room?
Elsif is the only one in there. He very quickly stands up from his chair. You hear the clinking of something metallic.
I will make a gesture to shut the fuck up. I'm going to rush towards him with Lauren by my side. I'm going to tell Lauren, teleport him out of here.
What the hell's happening? What the hell? Who are you?
Don't speak. Teleport, get him out of here and bring him back to the tavern. I will meet you there. And I'm talking to a Lauren.
Would I know if the tavern's in at least 500 feet?
The tavern's not within 500 feet. However, you can definitely get back to the alleyways out of sight with that 500 feet.
Yeah, I'll go to the alley.
All right.
And I'm using my ring of invisibility.
Okay. So let's, because this could be really fast. Aloran, let's resolve your matter first. You teleport.
Yeah, while you resolve it, I'm going to use the bathroom. So this is perfect time for me to run away.
Aloran, you teleport into the alleyways. This, like, canid individual, he is a wolfman like Silverback, except he's not currently disguised as something else. He's very jarred when he comes out of this second casting of Dimension Door. You see, as he stands, his legs are shackled, in a similar way to like a chain gang's legs are shackled to force them to not be able to run. So what the hell is happening?
Listen, I was just told to grab you and get you out of there.
By fucking who?
I mean, the other guy that was in the room with me.
Does the other guy have a name? Because that was just some random man I've never seen before.
I'll let him tell you his name.
The fuck? You said tavern. You mean we're not leaving town?
I don't know his plans. I just know where he wanted me to take you.
Well, we're not leaving town right now before I figure out what the hell's happening?
I don't think so.
Alright, fine. Shit.
I didn't explain anything part of this plan. I did an awful job.
Alright. And as Aloran just silently leads this man to the tavern, Silverback, you are invisible.
I'm running to the door while invisible and trying to figure out how close the sisters are.
You can peek through the keyhole. They are walking up the pathway through the lawn.
I'm opening the door to try to simulate doors being opened by magical means, and then I am booking it past them as quietly as possible.
I will say, other than the sister at the head of this group of let's see, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so other than this lead sister in front of this total group of six, um four, no, not six, it's two, four, six, eight. At this total group of nine, she is the only one who is not, while walking, covering her face with these withered, almost blue hands.
She's the only one
Um,
not covering her face with her blue
yeah,
hands.
only one who's not doing that.
That is concerning. I still want to try to get away from them while invisible because I don't think they
Trying
have
to
true
get away
sight.
because of how close they get. You are fairly close to them. I'm going to need
Stealth
a
roll?
let's see here. Need to find
I don't want to roll
this
until I know what my
stuff.
modifier is because then I know what I need to shoot for.
Uh,
Do I have any pocket sand just in case? I don't. Fuck.
Here we are. I'm going to need a wisdom save.
Oh, good. This is. Oh, fuck me. Oh, an 18. Oh, good dice. You are my lucky one.
As you try to move past this group of nuns, the only one without her hands covering her face, she just looks at you, directly at you, not through you, not around you, directly at you. And you feel this surge of magic coming over you. However, at the last second, you're able to resist it as you run away.
I am booking it. I'm not going for the alleyway first. I'm staying on the street for a bit. And once feel that I am clear from their sight, I will then dip into an alleyway.
Um, do you look back at all, or are you just running?
No, I am when she did this, I probably grabbed my head and kept bolting it. As in like you know how like in movies people grab their heads to like try to keep their head straight when something like psionic
All right.
tries to get in their
Okay.
head. Something like that as he's just running
Okay.
down the street.
All right. You run down the street. You get to the end of the street. You get, and you're just ducking into an alley.
Yeah.
All right. Afterwards, after you've gotten into this alleyway,
I
what's
I'm gonna check the street again to make sure they didn't follow me.
okay? All right. Checking the street, you see that three of these nuns covering their faces are very slowly advancing down the road. The rest of them seem to have continued into the town hall.
Okay. Knowing that, I'm going to try to take the most confusing route possible to the tavern.
Okay.
Just in case they're following me via my scent or something.
Mm-hmm. All right. Roll me a charisma save.
A charisma save? Dear God, these are some strange ass saves. Fuck! That's a 6.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how like hurt, like from everything Silverback has been seeing as of now, like just how kind of fucked up is he emotion wise?
He is currently. So he's probably receded back to how he was when he first arrived. Except for the part of like the hopefulness of seeing the person he's been looking for. It's more of how he was when he was. Actually, it's more of how he was when he was back in Arcadia. Where he was. He had an anger that was fueling him. And that was what was keeping him alive. So he's back to the anger part. He has gotten over the emotional shit because of what he's discovered about his mother. And right now he's very focused on speaking with his father.
And what was that charisma save?
A 6.
6.
It was shit. I'm fucked.
Well, I mean, that's definitely what is at the forefront of Silverback's mind, yes. Okay, so getting back to the tavern. It's not that difficult, even after, because again, even though there are the presence of alleyways, there's not a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So the most confusing path is more like getting a few extra turns in instead of just one.
Yeah.
Getting back to the tavern, you find that Aloran uh, is actually waiting out back. You see that like, the tavern is it's kind of packed. It's kind of packed. There's a lot of busy, and it's just the man standing next to him now disheveled from this very fast amount of travel through magic, and clearly chained at the ankles. Uh, Not exactly a good idea to head into the tavern.
I am going to drop my invisibility when I get to them, make the same shushing gesture that I did before, pull out my thieves' tools, and I am undoing the shackles.
Who the hell are
We'll get to that in a minute. Right now we're being pursued. And I want to undo shackles.
Slide hand check.
That is a 22. If I add my proficiency with my tools, it is a 32.
Okay, I'm going to need a dexterity save.
Of course you are. I'm good at these. That's a 23.
You take 4 points of lightning damage, and you watch as your father is shocked violently and drops to the floor as the shackles glow with magic runes around them and discharges electricity when being tampered with.
Fuck. Lauren, we're gonna need to take him somewhere else. And I am going to try to pick him up, and I want to drag him to where the Thieves Guild used to be.
When you try to pick him up, he just like kind of pushes your arm away. Just fucking let me. God damn it! He just pulls himself up. Just like fuck. I said something.
How fast can you move with those on?
Can't fucking run full tilt, but I can still walk.
That'll have to do for now. And I'm going to reach into my bag of holding, and I'm going to pull out the my old black cloak and hand it to him and say, "Put this on."
Yeah, all right. Where are we going?
The Thieves Guild.
How the hell you know about that?
I'm going to drop the disguise for about half a second and put it back on.
Should have just got the fuck out of town. You should just. I'm glad you're here, kiddo. I am, but you should just got the fuck out of town. And he just gets one arm around you and just holds your head close to his chest, just fucking whispering nothings into your head.
I'm going to let him do it for a second. If he takes too long, I'm going to pull away from him and say, "We don't have time for this right now."
Shit, fine, let's go. Can you still even open the door? I don't know what you've been doing out there playing cowboy.
I was there probably 12 hours ago.
Oh, at least there's that.
I also found out what Mom's been doing.
What?
I'm going to pull out one of the journals and say, I'll catch you up when we get there.
Yeah, she was cooking the books so she could bring all our shares over to those fucking mage
No, she wasn't.
weirdos with it. What?
She was doing
No. Look, no, Kai, your mom, she switched out the books on my ass.
She's not
What?
who she says she is. She was
All right,
doing
we'll talk
tests.
about it later. Let's go. All right, just let's move.
Yes.
Fucking, is it true about that fucking Nuns of the Crying Child shit?
I might be the reason they're here.
Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking.
It's nothing I did intentionally. I may have been invisible in an alleyway, making a bit of noise.
No one can blame you for that shit. All right, kid. It's just ever since High Hall got fucking taken over by some crazy shit, and then that fucking monument out in the woods. Those girls have been around the fucking continent twice by now. Even anything about some disembodied crying, and they think it's a fucking holy site, they start slaughtering anyone they say is in too much anguish to live. Fucking half the town's gonna die now.
I had a feeling they were gonna try to kill me. Thank God I got away. But let's get moving. And I am going to try to lead him to the Thieves Guild as, well, incognito as possible.
Yeah, go ahead, make another, make a intelligence roll.
That is a 15.
All
My
right.
luck is disappearing.
Yeah, it's because like stealth isn't really the easiest thing in the world in broad daylight, and with this kind of situation, knowing the layout is better than being
Yeah.
able to duck into a
It's about
shadow.
routing instead of being
While it's
quiet.
not the best, you're able to circumnavigate the like clear sight lines that would give you guys away, and you're able to get to this general store. It is early morning. The store is closed. It's probably going to be like a few hours from opening.
I'm opening the door. Do I have to pick the lock?
Yeah, you are.
That is a 27.
Easy, basic lock. You get through it.
I'm going to get them in first, look around for a moment, close the door, lock the door, and then head downstairs and do the same with the big lock.
All right. Another
Alright. Not as good. 26. Yeah. Actually, no, better. Yeah, 26.
The problem with this lock is it's constantly resetting. That's one of the reasons why it's so difficult. It's one of the reasons why it's such a good way to keep this place safe. And after the third time it fully resets as you're trying to set the pins, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. All right, just look, everyone gets a little rusty. Just let me fucking... And in a single go, he pops each of the pins, opens it. Your dad pops the pins and opens the door. Just like, it's all about the pressure, man. I keep trying to tell you it's about the pressure. Once you start getting to shit that's not just a fucking front door of a store, it's the pressure. God, come on. I've been teaching this since you were like fucking 10.
You don't seem to understand the stress that I'm under right now.
I know, but our job is always stressful, kid. What if it was 20 fucking guards and you're trying to pop into a hideout that you don't have the key for no more because you've been running through a shit show with all the mud across the entire city? But you know what? No time for lectures. You're a grown fucking man now. Let's go.
Alright, I'm going in and closing it, and then as we're going in, I'm going to say, no, I'm being serious about the stress you don't know I've been under, and I'm going to show him my arm that is now looks like lightning bolt tattoos in the fur all the way up my shoulder.
Jesus fucking Christ. Who did this to you?
It was a mixture of my own doing and a weapon that I got my hands on. And I'm going to pull out the demon's drawer from the bag of holding that it's been sitting in.
Shit, kiddo. You alright?
It's kept me alive, but it's also made things a little uncertain for later. If that makes sense.
Should have been there for you, kid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and as we're walking, like getting to this main area, I'll be like, I'm going to go quiet for a second before saying, to be honest, a few months ago, I had the thought of killing you. And I'm going to hold the bounty up that was with my face on it.
He kind of gets his, kind of just takes it out of your hand. It's just like, Jesus, that's why she needed that money. That's dark. Look, like a few months after you left, even before you left, your mom, she said that family over there, they're real mad at you. You know, she said that they were getting ready to clean out the guild if we didn't make amends for something you did. They said you hurt their daughter or something. And I mean, I thought some chains were better than your head, you know. You're smart. I knew you could probably pop yourselves out. I wanted to just get you out of there, but she kept saying it wasn't time. And I mean, your mom's a smart woman. And that's why she works the finances. I'm just good at picking pockets, you know. Wasn't exactly a math guy, so you know when she says something, you listen, right?
I'm taking him back to his bedchambers while he's having this discussion with me, by the way.
Yeah, it's like she was working. I mean, she had all the books. She knew all the numbers. She had everyone's payroll. I mean, at a certain point, you could have made the joke about she was running everything, but it wasn't really a joke. A couple of months after you disappeared across the water, uh, well, shit. I almost didn't really realize it when she cleaned the place out. I mean, Thieves Guild ain't exactly a guild if there's no money to pay the employees, and after that, like it was either have a bunch of angry thieves with no cash in their hands, or give her the deeds. I never thought she could bear some teeth like that, but I mean, everyone's gotta be good at business. I mean, hell, I met her by cheating her in poker, so it's not like it was some bad shit, but but then she went over to then she went over to them crest moons, and, and I mean, like it couldn't be. It didn't hurt much to think she was doing business with them, but I mean, like she fucking married the head of that family, and then kept me as some fucking book slave. Kept me on that chair, because I mean, people around here, they like my face well enough to listen to me when I say something. But Crest Moons, they're fucking mages, and this is a small town. Small towns don't really care much for all that magic. Other than that, I've just been stuck in a fucking room for a while. Shit.
Do you know what happened to Talisman and Kill and possibly Shiv?
Oh, that Shiv kid, he paid me a visit one day. He learned about the shackles same way you did. Real good kid. Um, he uh he tried to tell me that he was gonna head out to a big city. I had to list out all the names for him, and he told me he's trying to make himself some cash in Deadrill with some gang, some big shot named Red out there. I think um those other two, they're still around somewhere. They're probably doing work. She uh she just bring the guild over to Crest Moon, so not exactly it's still a guild, it's just not I'm just not the one running it no more.
Okay. Have we reached the room by this point?
Yeah, like by now he's like sitting on his bed, just kind of like smacking the covers to kind of just kind of puff the dust away.
I'm pushing the brick and opening the door.
Oh, Jesus, shit.
And then I'm going to hold up the book and the tuft of fur. I think she was doing tests and experiments on you. And I'm going to toss him the book.
Alright. Y'all, I don't know what y'all are planning on doing, but, it's just this one book?
I have 3 others I haven't looked at yet.
Three others.
That one tells quite a bit.
Give me the other 3. What's that, a fucking lab or something?
Something of the nature. Probably more ritualistic than a lab, but...
Alright, well, give me those other 3. I was stuck to that desk for a while. I got to learn something new. Hey, this surprise you, your old papa. I fucking learned to read, kid. Ain't that crazy? But no, just pass me pass me the rest of them. I mean, if maybe there's something we can use here,
I'll hand him the other
especially.
three, uh, and I'm gonna kind of take a seat beside him, just kind of as he's kind of going through them, sit there quietly for a bit, and then after a while, I want to ask him, whatever happened to Sylvia? Where is she right now? Because I went to see her and she wasn't in her room.
Like as you see, he's like flipping through these books like at a good speed. He's not through the first book yet, but he's. It's probably gonna only take him like 3 hours to kill this book. It's a pretty thick book, and then he'll be on the next. And he kind of pauses. It's like she. I didn't really get to interact with her a lot. I'm honest, I didn't want to. I mean, for all like, did you like you were just supposed to grab some books? You didn't like knock her down or anything. You didn't
No,
accidentally hurt her.
I would never
No.
hurt her.
Okay. All right. Okay. I didn't think you would. It's just you gotta. I don't know what to believe no more, especially with everything she told me. Uh,
She as
uh
in her, or
no,
as
your
in
mother,
mother?
your mother, kiddo, your mom. But Sylvia, that's the daughter, right?
Yes.
All right, yeah, Sylvia. No, I didn't speak to her a lot. I seen her a few times, saw her a few times. She last time I saw her, they were taking her downstairs. I think. I mean, I didn't really get to stay in the same places where she would be, but every once in a while, man's got to eat. Only one dining room. You can see out the door.
Hmm. So you have no
Uh,
idea where she's staying in the house now.
if she ain't in her room, well, she's probably still in that house. I mean, there's only two ways in, front door and back door, and that back door's locked up just as tight as the front one.
I could get it on a higher floor if I wanted to look, but I don't want to risk it right now.
Yeah, well, problem with that, and well, actually, this is something I do know about because they were fucking, they were bragging about it. So, the doors, the windows,
Mm-hmm.
carved up kind of like these chains, locks, magic ones, bad ones. They don't need real locks. Everything's all weird. So, probably gonna need I don't know. You're probably gonna need a quick smash and grab. Because no quiet way in there, unless you know a quiet way to break a hole in a wall.
I actually do, and I'm pulling out the hole punch.
Now what the hell's that?
I'm gonna aim it at the wall that has the chamber in it, and I'm gonna fire it at the wall. I have to roll a percentage die though because I don't know if I'm gonna open a portal to another dimension. So I need to make sure that that doesn't happen real quick. Okay, no, I didn't. All right, yeah. So I'm popping a hole in the wall.
Shit. Does that disappear or nothing or anything?
As of now, I've not ever seen it disappear.
Shit. Well, yeah, that's a good way in. It'll be a good way out too, but you won't be making a lot of noise, but somebody see that, you're gonna be burned.
Oh, I actually forgot I had it because I haven't used it in some time. But more dependent on the rifle and well a few other trinkets. And I'm gonna hold the golden lion statue that I have. This one's been helpful.
Alright. Well, sounds like you got yourself a good plan. Just just be careful, right? I don't want to. I thought I lost you one time. I don't want to lose you. Don't want to actually lose you.
I don't want to lose myself either.
Right. Well, some pretty some pretty dark stuff in this, but I'm gonna try to get the full picture, all right? So do whatever you gotta do. But he just kind of holds up the other 3 books. It's just like I'm gonna gonna try to see everything there is before I make any suggestions. So, and as your old man, I would advise the same, just for a little bit of wisdom that comes with age, you know.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna gesture to the shackles on his feet, and I was like, "Do you want to give it a shot?" And I'll hold the thieves' tools up in front of him.
No, no, they are. It ain't about how easy the lock is with these things. I mean, they put a lock on me. You put a lock on me, everyone knows I'm gonna pop them. But no, it's the act of messing with them. That's what sets them off. That's why they're just all right with me. That's why I haven't been able to get out.
They can't track you with those, right?
No, no, I pulled a runner a long time ago. Well, tried to with these on. They had to send some dogs searching for me, but they didn't. They didn't know where I was. They had to find me. That's not an easy thing to do, usually.
Right. Well, hopefully, when they find out you're gone, they don't check here first. Though, something tells me they won't, considering you've already ran before.
Well, usually don't go to the most obvious place. When they found me, I was about halfway towards the woods. I mean, dangerous place out there, but uh, if you can get lost in there, people chasing you can get just as lost.
It's actually a place I have to go to after we're done with this place. Oh, we lost the DM. Welcome back.
Really weird misclick.
Yeah, I was like trying to say something and you disappeared. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that was
DM's
weird.
gone.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's once we're done with business here, we have to go out there.
Shit. Dead Wilds.
Yep. We're gonna be looking for someone by the name of Ricky. We need him.
Alright then. Alright. Okay.
Yeah. And on another note, as I'm kind of getting up, I found out who killed Gramps.
Shit. I
Got
mean,
me.
that bastard didn't just fucking disappear? Decide not to talk to anybody else ever again?
No, he forced us to kill a elder brain in a mind flare hive and took the body when we were done. And he gave me this, and I'm gonna hold up the sending stone that I have from him and just say, I was told that Ricky could help dispose of him with the help of this object.
Shit. I mean, your grandpa wasn't exactly a good guy, but didn't deserve to go out by anyone else's hand. I mean, alcohol was gonna do that for him, so... Shit.
I don't like that age anyways.
Yeah, I can understand that. Jesus.
To be honest, the last time I met him, I really wanted to tear his throat out.
I can't blame you. Look, just don't get in trouble, all right? Look, those nuns, they're gonna cause trouble. They're gonna, I don't know what the hell they consider a great anguish, but just don't let them get near you, right? There's something off about them. They when they talk about helping people, those people, well, the only help they're getting is getting dragged to the fucking graveyard. So.
One of them already tried to get in my head, so I have a feeling they're not going to be any use to me.
Shit. Alright. Just keep your distance, alright? Don't think just because they can't see you, they don't know you're there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, half of them cover their eyes and already know where someone is, so just Keep your
they
distance.
were attempting to pursue us, but I'm hoping we lost them.
Shit. Yeah, I'd hope so. All right, I'm gonna finish this up.
We'll come back for you when everything is said and done. We need to get the
All right.
other two from our party together. I have a
All
feeling
right.
there's going to be a fight on our hands soon.
Shit. Well, if I see something about getting these damn chains off in one of those fancy books, maybe I'll come and help out.
Give him a nod. Do you have lockpick? Do you have a thieves tools, all right, Lauren?
No.
No. Okay, I think that's Rathan who has thieves tools. I know one of the other party members does, because I don't want to abandon mine with him, but at the same time I feel like he could use them. You know what? I'm gonna leave with him. I'm going to set down one of my daggers.
Don't you worry. All right. I just you trying to get me some across the room. That brick I'm staring at right now, one with the yellow chalk mark. Pull it out.
All right, I'll pull it out.
You see, you pull it out, and another brick, like a few feet down the wall, starts pulling into the wall. And it's just like, all right, reach down into there, pass me the package.
All right, I'll get him the package.
Yeah, just all right. This is everything I need. Just pulls it open. You see some thieves' tools. You see two different daggers, and you see like the hilt of a sword. And it's just like he kind of pulls it out. He points it out in a weird direction. He pulls the pommel in a weird way, kind of twisting and pulling out. He lets go of it. You hear a loud spring-loaded, like a loud movement of a spring, and a short sword blade pops out of the handle.
Oh, it's the pen sword from Percy Jackson, but different.
All right.
All right.
Your dad's all right. Can't run fast, but I can still swing a sword. So don't worry about me.
All right, and I'll just kind of slide the dagger back into the bag or whatever, and just say, "Well, if you find a way out of those, we may not be hard to find depending on what's happening.
I hear you.
And if we survive this, I guess we'll have a bit of catching up to do."
Yeah, we just might. Kid.
I have a few good stories, and I'm gonna kind of pull slightly from the bag the blue wyvern skin cloak that I have. This is a good one, and I'm just gonna slide it back in and walk out of the room.
Yeah, that's my boy.
And with me and Lauren, we're heading back. We're trying to get back to the tavern, and we'll regroup with the others. And I guess this would probably be the best point to stop based on what we had talked.
Yeah, I mean this is a pretty we still got an hour 30 out because of how this is looking. Even though,
well, considering it's a solo session, we're gonna get a lot done in an hour and a half. Technically,
yeah.
Jared's here as my backup. He's my backup man.
And yeah, because of how everything's kind of falling into place, it might be best to wait for a combat character.
I have 100% feeling that we're about to fight those nuns in the next. That's why I'm like, we need to get the others now, because I have a feeling they're still tracking me because I failed the roll. I don't know. Silverback wouldn't know that, but he would be paranoid of that. I have a very strong feeling they still know where I am. So, yes, we're regrouping with the others. So we would go to the tavern and find them indulging in drinks, more than likely.
All right.
So.
Oh yeah. Also, well, I guess you probably assumed the countdown was for the nuns, didn't you?
I forgot about the nuns. I thought it was an alarm system because you were making us roll wisdom saves. I thought it was an alarm system involving the town hall, which is also why I tried to bail on the town hall.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because I had a feeling that place was fucking rigged to the teeth with traps.
Yeah,
not
the town hall, and not the nuns. So,
It was something else? What? It was my mother. That wench. I don't think it's actually my mother. I think something happened. There is some shady shit happening, and that is why Silverback has straightened up. Because he realizes that if he didn't, he was going to die, so he put away all emotional attachments and is going to do things the way he did before. This character is very unique in the way that he treats certain things. He is emotional when he can be, but when he realizes he can't be, he suppresses the shit out of it. So my dad has the journals right now, which I'm going to put in my inventory, but make a note that he has them. But yeah, that was a good... yeah, that was good. The situation's still kind of fucked, but, you know, it was good. Would you like to do the honors of the outro, or would you like me to do it?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to say anything else that was on your mind. So, thank you, anyone and everyone, for watching. If you're interested in catching up, or if you haven't seen any of our other streams, check out the YouTube channel that is linked in... Is it still called the description here? I only know YouTube lingo.
It's we do have it in the description and attached to the homepage.
Yeah, alright. Every other Thursday is this good old Wild West campaign. I guess it's not that much of a Wild West campaign, as you guys are all
Not anymore. We left the Wild West. It's now just a campaign.
Right. Now it's a bunch of cowboys in fucking medieval Britain. But every other Tuesday of the weeks of Wild West, we have a wonderful pirate-based campaign called Blackwater, and on all other weeks is a full week of Scale of Fate Parties A and B, a wonderful high fantasy campaign where our DM, our great friend Tyler here, decides to make our people suffer narratively.
Only your party. The other party is fine. And there's reasons, but it's good. Good stuff, yeah. Good stuff.
Anyone who sees this, I hope you have a nice night. We'll see you on the flip side.